That's
I
great.
know we're running a little bit over time, but I just wonder if I could ask you a question about closure. I know, and I speak from a personal experience, but I know a lot of people have lost loved ones, not necessarily due to COVID, but it's the impact of not being able to attend a funeral, not being able to say goodbye, and all these types of things. Just being like, and the stories that you see in the news, and you just feel like you're kind of caught in this like stasis bubble, and then at some point you're hoping it releases and you can get kind of closure at the end of it and say proper goodbyes and like that. And just curious to, I'm sure I'm not alone in that feeling. I'm just what you'd say to people in that context, like how kind of managing between now and eventually when we get to that point.
Yeah. Well, and I think you've touched on it, Gil, that there's kind of what we can do right now and what we maybe hope we'll be able to do when things open up more. I think it's just been crushing for people who've lost a loved one. I have a colleague going out to BC right now whose father's passed away, but you know, if that had happened a couple of months ago, they wouldn't be able to go. And even now, I think it will still be difficult for people who've lost loved ones for any reason. So certainly we have the ways that we can to be able to reach out. It's not going to be satisfying. You know, what do you need? Often we need to hug and show up and bring food and all of those things that say we care and that also help us to be able to feel and acknowledge and live and share that grief. So I think part of it is just recognizing that the sadness and grief and loss may sit with you in a way that you don't quite expect, and that it may stay there for some time, but actively and intentionally reaching out in whatever ways that you can. And I think for many, they're kind of holding in reserve that we'll pick this up and we'll connect whatever months it is from now. Maybe we'll go, maybe we'll visits. I think some are holding off memorial services until a time when people can come. And so there's different ways that people are approaching it. But I think that aspect has been in some ways a really tragic part of all of this, that what we do to say goodbye when we've lost someone is we connect and we collect. And it's really getting in the way of being able to do that in the usual meaningful way that we do.